Let's dive into some key chapters of the whimsical world of the game of life and how to play it by Florence Scovel Shinn, a spiritual rulebook that feels like a cheat code for life. But of course, this is a game where you don't have to grind for hours. Instead, you just need to understand the rules. The game. First off, life isn't a complicated puzzle we're trying to piece together. It's a game. And according to Shinn, the stakes are high because, guess what? We're all playing whether we know it or not. The trick to winning? Understanding that thoughts and words are the controllers of this game. Imagine this. You're in a video game where your thoughts are like the joystick and your words, they're the A button that makes things happen. Shinn says, the game of life is a game of boomerangs. Our thoughts, deeds and words return to us sooner or later with astounding accuracy. So if you're going around muttering to yourself, I'll never get a promotion, guess what? You're casting that spell in the game. You just sent out a boomerang of job failure and it'll hit you on the head like clockwork. Instead, say something like, opportunities come to me in unexpected ways, and watch the magic unfold. Think of it like this. Life is not about chasing after what you want, but speaking it into existence. It's like placing an order at a restaurant. You don't order a salad and expect a cheeseburger, right? Well, why would you expect good things when you keep serving up negative thoughts? The law of prosperity. Now that you're getting the hang of the game, let's talk money. Prosperity isn't a tricky level with hidden coins. It's as simple as a law in Shinn's game. This chapter is all about the power of giving. Yup, giving is the unlock code for receiving. You may think, if I want to get rich, shouldn't I hold on to my money like a squirrel hoarding acorns for winter? Wrong. Shinn explains that you've got to give to make room for receiving. It's like trying to stuff more clothes into your closet. First, you've got to make some space. She shares the story of a woman who wanted more money but clung to every penny she had. One day, she was told to give away a sum of money and boom, out of nowhere, prosperity started to flow into her life. In Shinn's words, giving opens the way for receiving. If you're still skeptical, think of it this way. Prosperity works like Wi-Fi. It's there, but you need to connect to it. And how do you connect? By sending out signals through acts of giving and positive affirmations like, I cast all my burdens on the Christ within, and I go free. When you give without fear, you're not just paying a bill. You're investing in your universal bank account. The law of non-resistance. Okay, you've got prosperity flowing, but then, bam, life hits you with a challenge. Enter the law of non-resistance. Shinn tells us that what we resist persists. Yup, every time you get worked up about something, you're adding fuel to that fire. Picture this. You're caught in traffic, fuming about how late you'll be. The more you resist the situation, the more miserable you feel. Shinn would say you're only making things worse. Instead of resisting, flow with the current. She gives the example of a man who was always worried about running into certain people he didn't like. As you can guess, he kept running into them. Shinn advised him to bless these people and think positively about them, and surprise, he stopped seeing them altogether. Here's the real kicker. Resistance is like trying to swim upstream in a river. You can struggle all you want, but the current's just going to keep pushing you back. Stop fighting, and you'll find yourself flowing with life instead of against it. Shinn says, none of these things move me, which means we should treat life's bumps as if they don't matter, because they really don't. So next time your boss drops a last-minute project on your desk, try not to channel your inner Hulk. Just smile, breathe, and remind yourself, I'll go with the flow. The law of karma and the law of forgiveness. This is where Shinn hits us with the combo pack, karma and forgiveness. Karma, as Shinn explains, is like a spiritual scoreboard. Whatever you put out there, good or bad, is coming back to you. If you're sending out negative vibes, guess what? You've just ordered yourself a big old plate of trouble. But don't worry, Shinn's got a cheat code for dealing with karma: forgiveness. By forgiving others and yourself, you can cancel out that bad karma faster than hitting a reset button. Man must prepare for the thing he has asked for when there isn't the slightest sign of it in sight. It's like making room for something new by cleaning up your past mistakes. Shinn shares a story of a woman who held a grudge against her husband. She kept repeating that he was selfish, and guess what? Her husband became more selfish by the day. Shinn advised her to forgive him and to affirm his good qualities. When she did, her husband transformed into the man she wanted him to be. It was that simple. Karma may feel like a cosmic scoreboard, but forgiveness, that's your secret weapon. It's like clearing the scoreboard and starting fresh. So the next time someone wrongs you, forgive them. Not for them, but for yourself. Shinn says, forgiveness is all-powerful and liberates both the forgiver and the forgiven. Love. Now, let's talk about the ultimate cheat code for life. Love. Shinn insists that love is the key to harmony, and frankly, she's right. Whether it's self-love, love for others, or love for the life you're creating, it's the secret sauce that makes everything work. Shinn explains that fear and love can't coexist. If you're living in fear, there's no room for love. Imagine trying to fill a cup with two different drinks. It's just not going to work. So, if you want a life that overflows with good stuff, you've got to pour love into that cup and dump out the fear. She gives the example of a woman who was living in constant fear that something bad would happen to her son. Shinn advised her to stop fearing and instead affirm love and protection for him. She did, and soon enough, her son's life turned around. Love, Shinn says, casts out fear. Here's the takeaway. Life isn't about fighting to win or scrambling to avoid failure. It's about embracing love in all its forms and letting it guide you. When you do that, the universe opens up in ways you can't even imagine. In the end, Shinn's game of life isn't about running the rat race. It's about playing smart, using spiritual principles to guide you toward a life that's rich in love, prosperity, and peace. Remember these rules. Watch your words, give to receive. Don't fight the current, forgive to release, and always lead with love. So next time you feel like life's throwing you curveballs, just smile. You've got the playbook. All things are possible if you believe, as Shinn says. And in this game, you're already winning.
We touched on a few chapters, but there's much more to know. Read the complete book to let the wisdom flow. Turn pages, chase dreams, erase every doubt. Until next time, a bookser's signing out.